let's start the practice just lying down on our back. And really gently start to bring your knees close to the chest. And don't need to do too much, simply just rest your hands on your legs. Allow your hands to be heavy. And as your knees are heavy and close to the chest, make sure your lower back is not lifted, okay? Feel the whole body on the floor, the upper body on the floor. Feel your shoulders, feel the lower back. Breathe in here. Have a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, allow your hands to be a little bit heavier. Invite your knees close to the chest. Breathing in. And just exhaling out. Feel your whole body. Feel the four corners, 2 shoulders, and the bones of the pelvis on the floor. Breathing in. And exhaling. Nice. Add the movement as you're breathing in. Allow your knees to move away from the chest. Keep your hands on your knees. As you exhale, knees a little bit closer and closer and closer to the chest. Lower back is still flat. Okay? Breathing in. As you exhale, knees close to the chest. Inhale. Move with the breath. As you start your exhale, you start the movement. Finish your exhale, finish the movement. Breathing in, same. Exhaling out. Three more times. If you feel it's beneficial for you, and this 3 more times is not enough, maybe this is the only pose you want to do today. That's fine. Just practice this pose. Stop the video, put some music in, and just practice this posture. It's perfectly fine. If you have a very bad lower back pain, I think it's better not to go too deep and too far. Just practice what feels good. One more time. And to be honest, if the pain is very, very, very bad, probably it's better if you are not moving too much, because maybe some inflammation is there or something. Inhale, let's start to draw little circles with the knees, okay? Small circles. Always be mindful. If you feel the movement helps, really gentle movement, just move. If you feel being still for a while, because you overdid something, just stay still for a while. Maybe your body just needs a little rest. Nice. Change the direction of the circles. Start with small ones and make them bigger and bigger and bigger. Nice. Just enjoy what you do. Beautiful. Nice. And lower the soles of the feet on the floor, as wide as your mat. Open your arms nice and wide. Breathing in here. And as you exhale, lower both knees to one side, turning your head towards the opposite direction. Inhale. As you exhale, other side. And again, 2 more times on each side, breathing in. As you exhale, lower down. Breathing in, work with the breath. And as you exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Just enjoy the little stretch, or maybe a big stretch in your lower back, in the hip area. Breathing in. Or maybe in the front of your front thigh. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's body has different needs. Just watch how is your body. Inhale. Lower the knees to the floor, and now we will stay in this position for 3 or 4 breaths. My knees on the right side. If you want to go deeper, if you feel your body allows you to do, place your right ankle. I'm placing my right ankle on the left thigh, okay? If your knee is on the left side, of course, that's the opposite. Wherever your knee is pointing, Turn your head towards the opposite direction. Just relax your shoulders. And again, keeping your foot on your thigh, it gives you a deeper stretch. So even if you're just lowering your knees towards the floor is a big stretch, please don't do. Okay, just be mindful. Just do what is the best for your body in these very moments. 2 more breaths there. Very long inhale, very long exhale. And slowly let's change the side. Both feet on the floor. And before you do the other side, rush into the other side. Stay in the center for a moment. Okay, stay in the center. Just breathe. And whenever you're ready, lower your knees towards the opposite direction. Again, rest. In my case, my knees on the left side. I'm resting the left foot on the right thigh. If you are working on the other side, change. And again, just stay there for 3 or 4 breaths. And don't forget always, because it's your practice, if you feel this is what your body needs, stop the video and stay there. Just breathe. Lengthen your breath. Allow your whole body to be extra heavy, soft. Just feel, just enjoy the support from the earth. Stay there for 1 more breath. Yes. And as you exhale, we are going into child pose. So wherever your knees roll onto that side. Nice. And slowly find your way. Come into child pose, which means you opening your knees a little bit wider, big toes touch. Walk your hands towards the front edge of the mat. Stay there for a breath. And let's start to mobilize the spine. As you're breathing in, come into all 4 position. Adjust the distance between your knees. Roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest. Make sure you are not squeezing the back of your neck, so you're not looking up, okay? Keep the neck nice and neutral, maybe lift the chin slightly bit. And as you exhale, start to round your spine. Someone pushing your belly button up towards the sky. Sit on your heels, come into child pose. Inhale, back to all 4 position. Arch your spine, belly button really heavy, someone pulling your shoulders back. As you exhale, round and round and round. Sit on your heels, child pose. 2 more times. Inhale, all 4 position, arch. Exhale out, round your spine. And last time. Inhale, all 4 position, arch. And as you exhale, round your spine, sit on your heels, child pose. Stay there for a breath. Next inhale, come back to all 4 position. Let's start to twist the spine, okay? So with the next inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky, look towards the fingertips. Allow your right arm to be very heavy. As you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your body. And again, 2 more times. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Someone pulling your wrist back. As you exhale, to thread your arm. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, thread your arm. Stay in the pose, lower your shoulder, your arm, your hand on the floor. Slide your hand a little bit to the side, like someone pulling your wrist. Pressing your left hand fingertips into the floor, turn the chest towards the sky. And shift your left hip a little bit back, right hip slightly bit forward. Okay, lengthen the left side. If your body happy to move the left hand towards the front edge of the mat, you are more than welcome. Peeking through underneath your left armpit. Breathing into your upper back, into the middle back. Stay there, breathe there. Long inhale, long exhale. Allow your body to soften. Allow your body just to be. Soften, soften, soften. Exhaling out, release, release, release. One more breath. Slowly come back into all four positions. And before we are doing the same on the other side, let's do one cat and cow pose. So as you inhale, just arch the spine looking forward. As you exhale, round your spine and sit on your heels, come into child pose. Let's change the side, come back into all four position. Now lift the left arm up towards the sky, look towards the fingertips, someone pulling your arm back. As you exhale, thread your arm underneath your body. Two more times, inhale, lift, lift, lift. As you exhale, thread it. Beautiful. And last time, inhale. And as you exhale, thread your arm. Again, arm, shoulder, head on the floor. Imagine someone pulling your wrist a little bit away from you. And as you're doing this, your right hip probably traveling forward. So shift your right hip back, like your thumb is in your right groin. Push it back. Turning the chest towards the sky. Find a pose when you feel something. I mean, not pain, but nice sensation. Walk your right hand forward if that's available. Just exhale out. Breathe into the right side. Breathe into the upper back, shoulder blade area. Between the ribs, the muscles getting a little bit longer, smoother, softer. Lengthen your breath. Last breath there. Turn just a little bit more up. Good. And with the next breath, slowly release the pose again. Come back into all four position. From all four position to child pose for a moment. And from this pose we are moving into hare pose. So place the forehead on the floor. Interlace the fingers behind you. And with the next inhale, lift the bum away from your heels, lift your hands away from the buttocks and roll from the forehead to the crown of the head. There is not too much weight on the top of the head, so you are not collapsing into the pose. Imagine you want to reach the sky and the wall which was front of you before. So kind of shoulders moving away from your ears. You have weight on the top of your head, but not awful, but just a little bit. Just to keep you stable. Lengthen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Nice. Stay there for 2 more breaths. Arms very heavy. Lift your hands away from the lower back. Last breath there. Nice, lower the fingertips on the floor. Tuck your toes under and slowly lifting the head, lifting the chest. And shift your body weight onto your tiptoes, okay? Just the balls of the feet on the floor, heels nice and high. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, keeping your hands on the floor, or if you want, you can use bricks or blocks underneath your hands. Slowly start to straighten your legs, okay? Don't have to be super straight at the beginning, just start to straighten, okay? It doesn't mean it's straight. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. And as you exhale, legs getting longer and longer. If that's available, you can lift the balls of the feet, shift your body weight back a little bit, find a little extra stretch. Inhale, lift your heels, lift your heels. And as you exhale, legs getting longer. Lift the balls of the feet, shift your body weight back. Find a sensation where your body reacts for this pose. Inhale. And exhaling out. Do it 2 more times. Inhale. Work slowly. Just try to enjoy. That's the secret. Try to enjoy what you do, okay? And exhaling out. Inhale. And exhaling out. And with the next inhale, come onto your tiptoes. Lift your heels as high as you can. Lift your heels, lift your heels, lift your heels. You're activating, stretching the soles of the feet. And bring the chin close to the chest. Create this teeny tiny ball from your body. Now you're kind of stretching the big muscles around the spine. So maybe you feel stretching the tailbone area, maybe you feel stretching the neck, in the crown of the head, or around the spine, wherever. Or maybe you feel stretching lower because your muscle is okay. Stay there for 3 or 4 breaths. Make sure your heels lifted very high. Chin very close to the chest. Stay there for a breath. And slowly lift the head. And as you exhale, lower your heels towards the floor. Keep your knees slightly bit soft. Place your hands onto your hips and come up into standing pose. So open your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Keep your knees slightly bit soft. Nice. Just drop your arms, your shoulders, make your arms very heavy. Then as you exhale, just turn your upper body towards one direction, other direction. Your arms are heavy, okay? So when you are twisting, they are kind of meeting the body. Be gentle. And exhale out. Everything is soft, okay? You don't need to do anything particular, just turn, activating a little bit the back of your body, the spine. Stay there for the breath. Nice. Beautiful. And now with the next breath, slowly bring your feet again hip distance apart. Keep your knees slightly bit bent. Keep your knees bent, and in the next sequence we will continue mobilizing the spine. Make sure that your knee is always on the top of the ankles. If you are not sure, simply just lift your toes. So if you want at the beginning, keep your toes lifted, okay? Now breathe in here, lift both arms up, straighten both legs. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms towards the sky, and as you exhale, soften your knees. Lift your toes just to make sure you have the right position. As you exhale, arms parallel to the floor. Imagine someone pushing your belly button back, start to round your spine, head is resting between the 2 arms. Inhale, upper body back to center, release your arms. As you exhale, hands behind you. Try to reach the wall behind you with your hands, the sky with your hands. Lift the chest. Inhale. Exhaling out, hands front of you. Reach the wall or whatever behind you with your palms. Someone pushing your belly button back. Head is between the arms. Breathing in. Release your hands as you exhale. Lift the chest. Arch your spine. Maybe lift the chin. Inhale. As you exhale, lengthen the back of the body. Round and round and round. Inhale, release the hands. As you exhale, lift and lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the hands. Inhale. As you exhale, round your spine. Someone pushing the belly button back. Beautiful. Breathing in. As you exhale, lift, lift, lift. Last time, breathing. As you exhale, round. Head is heavy between the arms. Inhale. And lift. Inhale, straighten your legs. Lift your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, hands next to your heart. Stay there for a moment. Now with the next breath, interlace the fingers behind you again. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And as you exhale, soften both knees, folding forward. If you feel your lower back is not really happy, simply just place your hands on your knees, slowly folding forward, and interlace the fingers behind you and lift your hands up. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Now as you exhale, keep one leg straight. I'm keeping my right leg straight, left knee bent, and turning the chest towards the straight leg, like want to reach the left knee with the left shoulder. And just breathe. Lengthen the back of the right leg. If you feel, I really encourage you, if you want, feel free to fidget a little bit, move the bum, move the pelvis, move the head, whatever feels good. And find the pose when you feel is the most beneficial. Maybe move the right hip back, left hip forward. Try to reach the sky with your hands. Lengthen the back of the leg. Stay there for 3 breaths. If it's too much, soften the right knee a little bit and again straighten the leg. 2 more breaths. And change the side, soften both knees, come back to the center. Now straighten your other leg, in my case the left leg, and turning the chest towards the straight leg, like someone pulling your left shoulder back behind you. Want to reach the right knee with the right shoulder. All of these are just the directions. You don't have to touch your knee with your shoulder, okay? This is just the direction of the pose. Move the left hip back, right hip forward. Play with the pose, feel the pose. Stay there for 2 long inhale, 2 long exhale. Lengthen your exhale, make your exhale very long. Nice. And as you exhale, soften both knees, lower the fingertips on the floor. Breathing in. And as you exhale again, lift your heels. Lower the bum towards your heels. Back to the same position as we started and slowly straighten your legs. Lift the balls of the feet. Watch how your body feels now. Maybe you have a little extra space. Do it 3 more times. Inhale. You can keep your forehead close to your knees, and as you exhale, straighten your legs. Lift the balls of the feet. 2 more times. Inhale. Lift your heels. Chin close to the chest. As you exhale, straighten your legs. Lift the balls of the feet if that's available. Inhale. Lift your heels, chin close to the chest. As you exhale, legs getting longer, lift the balls of the feet. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And from there we are going to sit on the floor, so slowly bending your knees, lowering the bum, and find your way to come into seated position. Okay? Come into seated pose. Keep your knees slightly bit bent. Rest your hands on your shins. Create a small ball from your body and just bring your forehead close to your knee. Just stay there for a couple of moments. Just rest, just relax. Always coming back to the breath. Always softening. Drop your shoulders. Make your shoulders very heavy. Stay there for the breath. And with the next inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Extend one leg. I'm extending my left leg. And bring the right knee to the floor, close to the floor, the sole of the right foot flat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, turning the belly button towards the straight leg. This is the moment we will fold forward. This is the moment if you feel it's more beneficial for you to keep your knee bent, bend your knee, okay? And folding forward. And if you stay there for a couple of breaths, I'm resting my belly, my chest on my leg. It's nice, after a while, maybe slowly sliding your heel away from you, okay? Just really gently, just really slowly. Find the length. Breathe into the area of the back of the leg where you feel that something is happening. And if you feel it's too much for the lower back, anytime sit on something. Use a brick or a block or a towel or something underneath your bum, or simply just bend your knee a little bit more. And maybe today the leg won't be completely straight, or maybe you will stay in the position like this and you feel awful lot of stretch already. Feel free to close your eyes. Just ignore what you see on the video. Stay in your own position for 3 or 4 breaths. Long inhale, long exhale. Nothing you need to follow, nothing you need to achieve. The only thing we want to achieve, we try to really feel, really sense what is going on in this very moment, that's all. Everything else is just stories. Stories created regarding the past, stories created regarding the future. What is present right now? What do I feel? Where do I feel? Stay there for the breath. Nice. Next inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. And now open your straight leg a little bit wider. I'm turning it a bit towards the camera. So open the straight leg slightly bit wider, okay? And what to do? Place one hand, in my case, right hand on the lower back, other hand is on the floor, and just slide the hands towards the ankle. Imagine someone standing behind you and pulling your right shoulder back. Turning the chest towards the sky. This is maybe your position. Stay there. If you want to lift your right arm up towards the sky, you are more than welcome. If you want to bring your right arm along your right ear, reaching, you are more than welcome. If you want to support your head, that's perfectly fine. Even with a brick or block underneath your elbow. Find a pose when you feel a beautiful stretch. Doesn't matter where. We are not seeking pain, it's very important, okay? No pain, just nice stretch. And stay with the pose. Breathe into the pose. Just enjoy. 3 long inhale. And And again, if you feel it's beneficial, just stop the video and stay. Practice only this pose if that's beneficial for you. Try not to turn the chest towards the floor, turn the chest towards the sky. I mean, you can, but in this case you're losing a lot of sensation. Okay. But again, feel free to experiment who I am to say what you feel. This is just a recommendation. If you're turning the chest towards the floor and you feel more sensation, and you feel, wow, it's kind of beneficial for me, stay there. Nice. 2 more breaths. Last breath there. Keeping your left foot active. Try not to just relax the left foot, but keep it a little bit more active. And as you exhale, slowly release. Slowly come back to neutral position. Bending both knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Creating this diamond shape with the legs. And just folding forward. And again, if your head is in the air, you have options. Simply just keep your head heavy. Keep a little stretch with the whole back of the body. Or you can use a brick or a block on your feet or between the 2 feet and rest your forehead on it. You can use your fists or use your feet. Just drop your shoulders. Make them very heavy. Make the facial muscles very heavy. If you need something underneath your knees, you feel is again not really your cup of tea, just use bricks or blocks or even folded blanket underneath your knees, okay? Lengthen your breath, soften your shoulders. One more breath there. And slowly press the fingertips onto the floor. Come up into seated position. Bring your knees together and let's do exactly the same on the other side. So now your left heel is close to the left groin. If you want, keep your right knee slightly bit bent. Rest your upper body on the thigh and maybe stay there. Maybe slowly start to slide your heel away from you, breath by breath, building up the pose. Just enjoy what it is. Again, if you want to place a brick underneath your forehead in this pose, you are more than welcome. Breathe into the area. Where is the stretch? Where is your body? Where is the point where your body reacts for the pose? Find your particular position and stay there for 3 or 4 breaths. One more breath there. And with the next inhale, slowly lift the head, lift the chest, open the straight leg wider, and again rest, in my case, the left hand on my lower back, right hand on the floor, inside of the straight leg, and just slide your hand towards the ankle. And again, instead of turning the chest towards the floor, turn the chest towards the sky. Imagine someone pulling your left shoulder back. Find a position for the arm. Try to practice the same arm position you've been practicing on the other side. Again, if you need a little support for the head, use your hands. Find the pose which is the most beneficial, which offers you the most just breathe. It's really important, even if you are the person who has a really busy mind and you're always thinking and your mind is after 2 seconds just wandering around. If you are breathing, if you're really watching the breath, if you really stay present for the sensation, it's easier to keep the mind present, to really feel, to really sense. Just breathe. 2 more breaths. Stay there for a breath. And with the next exhale, slowly release. Come back to the center. Slowly again bending both knees. Come back to this position which we already done, but change a little bit. Keep just the toes on the floor. Lift your heels, so body weight on the buttocks. Hug your knees next to the chest, forehead close to your knees. Cosmic egg position. Just exhale, just breathe. Last breath there. Nice, and with the next inhale, lift your forehead and grabbing your knees, vertebrae by vertebrae over the whole spine on the floor. Okay, work slowly, work gently. Draw a couple of circles with your knees, keeping your knees together this time if that's available. Again, feel free to separate your knees if that's better. And beautiful, small little circles, make them bigger and bigger and bigger. Change the direction of the circles. Massage in the lower back. Beautiful. Nice. And lower the soles of the feet on the floor. And open your knees wide. And as you are lowering one knee and other knee towards the floor, having a little movement, this is the moment when let's say my left knee traveling towards the floor, the right side a little bit lifted, so I have a little more space. So it's a really good chance to use your fist and the top of your fist, place it. This is my spine. This is the muscle around the spine. So use this tip of the fist, place it underneath this muscle, okay? So this can be a very, very good massage, okay? If you want, it's not necessary. Again, so one fist underneath this muscle, and as I'm lowering my right knee, I have a little pressure, and place the left on the other side, and as I'm moving my knee, and of course, you can move your fist, so you don't have to be in the same position. You don't have to press at the same spot. In the meantime, you can walk your hand up. It's an amazing, amazing self-massage. It's beautiful. And the best thing that you can adjust. So if you feel my leg I'm moving my knee down towards the floor and it's too much, just don't move too down. It's perfectly fine. If you feel that your body, your arms doesn't allow you to walk through the whole spine, use a little ball, like maybe a tennis ball a little bit too much. Between a tennis ball and a ping pong ball. I'm talking about size. Ping pong ball, you will crush, so it's not the best. But something size like a ping pong ball is nice you can place underneath the muscle around the spine. And wherever you feel you need a little massage, just go for it. Just do it. Wow, so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Perfect. And do again as long as you wish, as long as you feel that's beneficial for you and beneficial for your body. Sorry. And the other thing is, if you feel at one point, wow, I feel something here, feel free to stay. Just stop the movement, just stay a little bit, just experiment. Or maybe straighten your legs and give a little extra weight and stay. That's nice. So again, use this video like an offering, like I told last time, the same like a recipe. You don't have to follow word by word, okay? It's just something you can use as a base and after create your own practice. Do it as long as you wish, and whenever you feel, okay, I'm done, just remove your hands. Squeeze your knees next to the chest, lift your forehead next to your knees. Create a teeny tiny ball, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And as you exhale, slowly release. And come into Shavasana, spread your legs and arms nice and wide. Again, if you feel your lower back has a little tension, bend your knees, bring your knees together. If you have a sofa next to you, you can place your shins on the sofa. Okay? Find the pose which is okay. Close your eyes, breathing in. And exhaling out. Breathing in. Long sigh. And last time, breathing. As you exhale, feel your whole body just melting into the floor, into the earth. Make your shoulders heavy, make your upper back, middle back, lower back heavy. Your tummy is soft, facial muscles soft, arms heavy. Stay in Shavasana as long as you wish. Have a beautiful rest of the day.